Hello everyone, Plan B here, and sorry about the radio silence this week. I've had a bit of a rough week with my narcolepsy, a little bit tired, a little bit sleepy, but I'm starting to get back on top of things now, feeling a whole lot better. So I thought I'd make a little video and discuss the biggest question I usually get when I say I'm going to be doing this really long distance hiking challenge. Of course, that question is why? Why would you do such a thing? Why would you be so stupid? And to be honest, the easiest answer would be, well, I've always wanted to do a long distance hiking trail. I've always wanted to challenge myself with that. But to be honest, I kind of feel like that answer's a little bit of a cop-out, because I'm kind of saying, I want to do this thing because I've always wanted to do this thing. It's not really much of an argument. So I have thought a little bit further about it. Why would I want to do this thing? And I guess a big part of it actually is the narcolepsy. Since I was diagnosed, it's kind of taken a fair toll on my life. It certainly affected my work and social life and sport as well. So I guess hiking this trail is really going to be a way to prove to myself that I'm tougher than I think I am sometimes. It's going to be a way to prove narcolepsy wrong, to show the world that I'm better than that, I'm tougher than that. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's valid, but that's what I think in my head, so that's one of the reasons. So just out here, I'm taking a little bit of a stroll with my bestest friend. This is Lucy, everyone. Wanna say hi? No, she's a bit camera shy. Typical black Labrador. She's impossible to get a good photo of. Hey? Oi. And she's the biggest sook ever. Love her to bits. Good girl. I guess the other question would be, why choose the Heysen Trail? That one's a lot more just about logistics. When I first started thinking about doing a long distance trail, I looked at some of the big ones, particularly around Australia. I also looked at the ones overseas as well, because, you know, a girl can dream. But the Heysen Trail, I came back to it. Now, it's not necessarily known as the most beautiful trail or the most, iconic trail or the most majestic. So the reason I chose the Heysen was a lot to do with logistics, really. It's local for me. The start is about an hour's drive away. The finish is maybe 5 hours drive away. And so for the first probably half of the trail, it's really accessible. So if there's any problems along the way, I know that I've got help available. I know I've got people that will, be there for me if I have any issues. So really just convenience. But also, I think there's something about the Heysen Trail. Like I said, maybe not the most beautiful, maybe not the most well-known trail around the place. But I feel like the Heysen Trail is a real representation of South Australia at its best and probably at its worst as well. So it's going to go through the beautiful Adelaide Hills regions. It goes through the Barossa, which of course is just stunning and world-renowned. But it also goes up through the Flinders Ranges, which once again is going to be some of the most amazing scenery and epic views, but will also be really tough going. It's pretty harsh conditions out there. Heading out towards the outback could potentially be very dry, could potentially be very hot. At the same time, I'm going to be starting down south in July, which could be 3 or 4 weeks of solid rain. I'm hoping it's not going to be that, but in my head I'm kind of preparing for that, so that prepare for the worst, hope for the best. There's also some stretches that are going to be pretty boring, but I feel like that's part of the challenge of it, and I'll do my best to get through them all. I've certainly done some of the more horrible hills along the trail before, and I've made them work before, I'll make them work again. But really, I think the Heysen Trail is just a beautiful example of South Australia through all of its pros and cons, through all different aspects of it. So I'm just so looking forward to it, really, to be honest. So in the meantime, this week I've started doing some food preparation. I can tell you a little bit more about that later on. And also just really getting in my head what my gear is going to be, how I'm going to be using it, how I'm going to be packing it, that sort of stuff. So still a lot of work to do, but still a couple of months to go. So fingers crossed we get there in the end. Thanks again. If you'd like to donate to the cause, I'm of course walking for Narcolepsy Australia, raising funds for them, and I'll add a link below that you can go to my fundraiser page to donate if you'd like. And you can also follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram under Plan B Hiker, and the B is just a single letter. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now. Catch you next time.